Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm 33 years old and a writer. My first mystery novel was a big hit. I've been married to my husband, Thomas, for 8 years. We have a 7-year-old son named Gary. A few years ago, after my writing career took off, Thomas quit his job and stayed home. He didn't do much besides go out to play slot machines. Recently, I found out something that broke my heart. Thomas was having an affair. Even worse, he was using my credit card to buy expensive gifts for the other woman. I tried to keep quiet for Gary's sake, but it became too much to handle. One morning, Thomas put on a suit, which was strange since he didn't work. When I asked why, he said he had a job interview. I hoped he was finally trying to be responsible. But that night, he came home at 2 a.m. I stayed up working on a deadline, and when he walked in, he smelled like alcohol and perfume. He passed out on the couch with his phone still on. I couldn't help myself. I looked at the messages. That's when I saw the truth. He was cheating on me with my close friend, Gloria. They had gone to a fancy restaurant together, one he had never taken me to. I felt crushed. Gloria had always been someone I trusted. I quietly sent the proof to my phone. I needed time to think and figure out what to do next. The next morning, Thomas acted like nothing had happened. I asked about the interview and why he came home so late. He made up a story about meeting a friend for drinks. When I questioned him more, he got defensive and snapped at me. His behavior only confirmed what I already knew. A month went by. I still hadn't confronted him. I was scared of what it would do to Gary if our marriage ended, but Thomas kept going out more and more, and I used that time to search for more evidence. I found receipts for luxury women's items, none of them for me. I knew they were for Gloria, but how was he paying for them? He had no job. Eventually, I figured it out. He had taken a credit card from my drawer, one I rarely used, and used it to buy gifts for her. I hadn't noticed before because the bills were mixed in with my work expenses. I decided to follow him one day. First, I asked my brother to watch Gary. I didn't tell him the real reason, just said I needed to go shopping. That day, I followed Thomas quietly and saw him walking into an expensive boutique with Gloria. They looked like a couple. I hid and watched as he used the card, my card, to pay for her things. I felt sick. He wasn't just cheating on me emotionally, he was also stealing from me. I blamed myself for not noticing sooner, for trusting him too much. At that moment, I knew things could never go back to the way they were. I couldn't forgive him. After secretly taking photos of Thomas and Gloria, I went home and started making a plan to confront him. Whenever Thomas went out, I searched through his computer for more clues. His phone and computer were connected, so I could easily read his messages. That's when I found out he was planning a 6-day trip with Gloria during the holidays. This is my chance, I whispered, feeling both nervous and determined. I wanted to face him while he was away with her, but I had to think about Gary, our son. I didn't want him to be affected or know too much. So, I asked my brother for help again. Can you look after Gary during the holidays? I asked casually. For all 6 days? He asked, sounding suspicious. Yes, I have something important to deal with, I replied, trying not to sound too worried. My brother gave me a serious look. Cheryl, you don't have to handle everything alone. What do you mean? I asked. Thomas is cheating, isn't he? I froze. How did you know? Gary told me, he said gently. My heart sank. My little boy had noticed what was going on. He saw his father with another woman and was upset. I thought I had kept it hidden, but Gary had felt the tension. Why are you still staying with Thomas? My brother asked kindly. Even Gary can tell he's hurting you. Just then, Gary walked into the room. It's okay, Mom, he said bravely. I'm on your side. I don't want anyone who makes you sad. As long as I have you, I'll be fine. Tears filled my eyes. I thanked both Gary and my brother. With their support, I knew I could finally make a fresh start. We began quietly packing our things to move out while Thomas was on his trip. My brother helped us so we could leave quickly and smoothly. The night before Thomas left, I asked him casually while he was packing, "Where are you going?" "Oh, just a short trip with some friends," he said, not looking at me. "Why didn't you tell me earlier?" I asked. "It was last minute. I'm using my allowance," he answered quickly, trying to avoid more questions. "Are you sure it's just with friends?" I asked calmly. He looked nervous but stuck to his lie. "You're being too nosy," he muttered. "Okay," I replied, "enjoy your trip." He tried to act confident. but I knew he was hiding the truth. The next morning, after he left, I checked my drawer. Sure enough, he had taken my emergency credit card again. I called the bank and canceled it right away. Later that day, Gary woke up, excited. "Mom, is today the day we move?" "Yes," I smiled. "It's time for a new beginning." With my brother's help, we moved into our new home. I sent all of Thomas's belongings to Gloria's house. Since Gloria was married, her husband was there when the packages arrived, along with a letter from me explaining everything. The next day, Thomas called me during his trip. "Hey, Cheryl. What do you want?" I asked. "This trip is costing more than I thought. Can you send me some money?" "I'm sorry," I said. "You took my card without asking. It's been cancelled. You'll have to figure it out on your own." "What are you talking about?" he asked, pretending not to understand. "You're lying again, Thomas. I know everything about you and Gloria." He tried to deny it, but I'd had enough. "Stop pretending. You cheated and used my money. I'm done. Don't ever come near me or Gary again." I hung up. Right after, Gloria called me. "Cheryl, what did you do?" "My husband found out everything." "Oh, Gloria, how's the trip going with my husband?" I said sarcastically. She yelled at me, but I stayed calm. "You cheated on your husband and betrayed me. I won't forgive you. I'm asking for compensation." "I can't pay. I'm just a housewife." "Then figure it out," I replied and hung up. I blocked her number too. Later, I hired a lawyer and officially filed for divorce. I demanded child support, repayment for the money Thomas used, and compensation from both him and Gloria. Gloria's marriage fell apart. Her husband divorced her. Her parents refused to take her in. Now she works night shifts at a bar and has nowhere else to go. Thomas tried to stay with her, but she dumped him too. Now he works multiple part-time jobs just to survive. If he stops paying what he owes me and Gary, I won't hesitate to take legal action. As for me, life is finally peaceful. Gary is happy in our new home, and I'm focused on giving him the love and security he deserves. Our future is brighter now, and I'll make sure it stays that way.